Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is gonna be so fun. And it's gonna be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is dirt racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Thursday night. We have got a lot of racing up ahead for you here tonight. Is the Tundra Super Late Models 100 at Phoenix International Raceway. I tell you what, folks, things are heating up as we're getting into the back half of the season. Coming up next, week number 8 in the Button Box Shop Super Series. Stay tuned. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Thursday night. I'm Dustin Caldwell, and tonight, back in action after a week off here due to some things with the Broadcasting Network, but we are back. We have got the Button Box Shop Super Series Super Late Models in action tonight for the Tundra Super Late Models 100 here at Phoenix International Raceway. Talking about the series overall and the point standings, high atop of the points is your newcomer this season. Actually, the top two are the two newcomers from One Up Motorsports. Christian Challoner has the lead in the points with a total of 507 points, just off of him by 5 points. His teammate Adam Benefiel back there with 502 points. T4X teammates Joe Schaefer Jr. and Matt Rolfe round out the top four. Christian Peterson, who dominated early on in the season by points, that is, he is back there now in 5th position. Just outside the top 5 is David Krikorian, Tim Bills, Jason K. Miller, Ty Spearman, and Trevor Edwards rounding out the top 10. Heading into week number 8, you're going to see Phoenix International Raceway here tonight as we talk a little bit about the schedule real quick. Last week came out of Myrtle Beach for race number 7, and we're going to get Matt Rolfe in here in just a moment to talk about going to that new track. Next week, we will have a major event, folks, and just to bring it up real quick, the Lions Club International 100 at Iowa Speedway will be next Thursday night. And please, if you get a chance, come out to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network's Facebook page. There is links out there. They do great things. They're taking some donations. They have a GoFundMe page. This is a great organization that helps out. We'll be dealing a lot with them next Thursday night. But tonight, it is the Tundra Super Late Models, and Tundra Super Late Models is a league, folks, up in the Wisconsin area, and we just got a few more races after that. Coming up on August 10th, you're going to have Tundra Super Late Models 150 at Irwindale Speedway, and closing out this season is going to be the HeightsPride.com Throwback 200 at Lanier on August 17th. That's a look at your schedule here in the remaining races that we got. 3 more after tonight remain in the Button Box Shop Super Series summer season. Now to bring in a guy, going to look to bring in a guy who was the champion from last season. He's going to come in and talk a little bit about the Myrtle Beach race that took place last week, and also talking a little bit about sponsorship as we bring the sponsors up on the screen. Matt Rolfe joins me now. How you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to tonight's race.
Definitely a competitive nature here in the Sim Auto Racing Association. Week after week, we see a number of cars. I know 39 attempted to qualify tonight. Only 30 make it into the show, and you got a whopping 9-car invert here. Tell us week in and week out, just real quick here, about the Sim Auto Racing Association before we get into talking about your sponsors.
Yeah, the season's been impressive as far as our car counts go. Usually we start off with a high car count at the start of the season, and then it drops off down to around 25 cars or so, which is still a pretty solid number. But this season, so far, every race we've had over 35 guys, and up to I think over 40 attempted to qualify for a race early in the season. So we have a lot of guys coming out here, and it's one of the toughest, most competitive leagues that I think is out there. We've got some of the highest I-rating guys in this league, and they're proving it up front week in and week out to put on a show. Some of the guys that run up in the NASCAR PK and Free Series have come down, and they're kind of kicking our butts this season a little bit with Christian Challenger and some of those guys. And then, yeah, like I said, last week, Myrtle Beach, unfortunately we didn't get the broadcast, which is no big deal. Real world stuff comes before the iRacing stuff, so that's for sure. But we had a good race as it was, and former PK Freeze champion Tyler Hudson came down, raced with us. He races with us off and on, but he came down and stole the win away from us there. So Myrtle Beach was a lot of fun, a lot of side-by-side racing throughout the entire pack. That was probably one of the best races we've had throughout the field. Had a couple extra cautions, but the racing on track was pretty great. Had plenty of tire strategy that we've tried, and yeah, Tyler Hudson came away with a win. So and that's setting us up for tonight's race. We got a good points battle at the top of the standings, and I think these guys are ready to go.
All right, well, real quick here is the Tundra Super Late Models. Is there anything you'd like to say about tonight's sponsor?
Yeah, as always, thanks to the sponsors, especially tonight, Tundra Super Late Models. I'm pretty sure, I didn't do my research before the session here tonight, but I'm pretty sure they just came off of their third round of racing this past weekend. They raced Super Late Models out in the Midwest and Wisconsin area, so they just came off of a race this past weekend. I think they got another one coming up in a couple weeks, which should correspond with their final sponsor race of the season for us too. So we'll be able to talk about them again. Hopefully next time we can get Drew out here to talk about it a little bit more. But definitely can't thank them enough for coming on board.
All right, Matt, appreciate your time here tonight. Looking forward to some great racing at this 1 mile track. Best of luck to you in the race tonight.
All right, thanks.
Hey, avid folks, Matt Rolfe joining us, last season's champion, also administrator with the Sim-Auto Racing Association. Giving a shout out to tonight's sponsor, Tundra Super Late Models. Again, he talked about it, Wisconsin Midwest area Super Late Model League. And if you're living up in that area, check them out on the web. Just look up Tundra Super Late Models to get out there and get to some of those great events. Also got to give a shout out to the Button Box Shop. Charlie Kuzma out there on Facebook. Look up the Button Box Shop if you're in the simulation world and you have simulation needs. Well, this guy can put everything together for you in one nice customized button box. Definitely making life a little bit easier with the push of a button. HydesPride.com, quality leather and sheepskin products. Dean Satellite and Security, the Car Show. Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International 100, and JVM Racing are your sponsors here this Thursday night. Just about to get underway here as cars are warming up, getting a little bit of hot laps on the track as we take a look at the track information here real quick at Phoenix International Raceway, obviously in Phoenix, Arizona, or Avondale if you want to get more specific. This 1 mile track is going to encompass 4 turns. Got a little bit of a dog leg there out of the first and second turns they're going to try to work with. Notice the cones on the inside. Weather information at the bottom, 89 degrees in the air, 13% humidity, mostly cloudy, and an 89-degree track temperature. Again, keep an eye out for Christian Challenger, but word on the street, Derek Holzhausen is the fast qualifier. Will start 9th with the 9-car invert here tonight, but that does not stop him from getting back up front, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled, but we should be about ready to go momentarily here, and we'll get you down to the grid and see your starting lineup in just a moment. Here is a look of what your starting lineup looks like tonight. Starting on the pole position is going to be the 54 of Dallas Pataska. He's going to have the 82 of Adam Bitterfield, currently second overall in points. Will start to the outside of the front row. The 66 of David Krikorian will see the series points leader to his outside in row number 2. That is Christian Challenger. Rounding out your top 5, the number 11 of Evan Sorensen is going to have the 92 of Ty Spearman to his outside. Back in row number 4, you're going to see the 47 of Wendell Stratton and the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. On the outside row. Inside of row number 5, the number 87 of Derek Holzhausen starts 9th, your fast qualifier. And the number 75 of Cody Kelly will round out your top 10 and row number 5. Looking on back, Tyler Brown, Darrell Hamlin, Davey Reindow, Matt Rolfe, Brandon Wilkinson, Samuel Roush, Derek Robinson, Tim Bills, Jeremy Adams, Ben Nile through 20. And your field tonight, Jason K. Miller, Jonathan Mawiney. Boy, they like to make me work for those ones. Dale Owen, Kyle Souza, Adam Maddox, Matthew Eddy, Devin Rogers, Paul Fugit, Jason Tarasenko, and Russell Berry is your 30-car field here this evening. Cars begin to move off the grid and take their pace lap. They're going to have one pace lap, unlike the characteristic 2 of a small track, before we go racing. And we're ready to get underway here at Phoenix International Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of iRacing.com, the Emerald Auto Racing Association, the Button Box Shot Super Series, I am Dustin Conwell on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. The pace car's in. Here we go. Green flag flies. We're underway. And the roar of the super late models off the 4th turn. Here they come. Dallas Pataska up front. He's got about a 2/10 of a second lead over Adam Benefield as the first caution flag comes out on lap number 2. And the 29 of Tarasenko looking a little bit slow. We're going to go back and take a look. And we'll follow Devin Rogers into the midst of the incident. And it looks like some issues there. Jonathan Mawiney having some issues on his car. Getting into that dogleg, was pushed underneath the track and unfortunately slowed up. And that brought out the first caution flag here in Phoenix. So as they pace here on lap number 4, here's a look at your top 5. Not a lot of change since the initial green. It is Dallas Pataska up front, the 54. Adam Benefield, Christian Challenger, teammates there, 2nd and 3rd. David Krikorian and Ty Spearman are rounding out the top 5. Obviously, race summary is going to be pretty thin at this point. Just have got about 4 laps now complete as they come through the front stretch. 3 to 4 laps. Whatever it wants to tell me here. 3 laps complete. No lead changes. 1 total caution. And now 4 laps complete as they head into lap number 5. And again, folks, appreciate you tuning in this Thursday night here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Whether you're getting us out there on YouTube, Facebook Live, or even Twitch TV, we do thank you for tuning in. As always, hit the like and subscribe buttons to your method of choice of viewership. And a way you can stay in the know as to when we go live. We're broadcasting this right now about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday nights is pretty much the only broadcast we got going on right now. We're going to be amping it up as September and October rolls around. Kind of get into the late fall months, early fall months, late summer months. When the actual race season slows down. Be seeing a lot more racing here on the network. And as always, too, folks, get out there, especially on Facebook Live. Make sure you cheer for your favorite driver. They like to go back in the comments and know that they got fans out there cheering for him. As we now see the lights come off the pace car here on lap number 6. It's going to be lap 7 when we go back green. And Pataska, Benefiel up front. Benefiel in that newer looking car. Nice looking paint scheme there. Challenger to the inside, back there behind the guy who's going to set the pace. That is the 54 of Dallas Pataska. Here we go. As they make their way around, pace car is going to be in the pits this time around. Ready to get back under the green. Here we go. Pace car dives for the pits. Here we go. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Off of the 4th turn, Pataska leads him into lap number 8, and another caution flag comes out. And Jeremy Adams, the 89 machine, looking a little slow. Let's go back and take a look. Following the 89 of Jeremy Adams, back behind Paul Fugit, near 3 wide action. Rogers to the inside of Fugit, and Fugit's going to get into the 23 machine. That is Jonathan Mawhinney. That's the second time Mawhinney's been involved in a yellow flag. And Mawhinney definitely has got some heavy smoke there. And down the pit road he will go. Lap number 9, and we're on our second caution here tonight. Rough start here for the Button Box Shop Super Series. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, more racing just ahead. Stay tuned, folks.
Get ready, going green. Green, green, green.
Welcome back this Thursday night to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network and our broadcast of the Button Bike Shop Super Series. About to get back underway, back under the green here on lap number 12 after 2 early cautions, a couple of early accidents, but we should be back underway. Dallas Pataska and Adam Benefiel up front will take us back to the green. Here we go. Pace car will be into the pits this time by coming through turns 3 now into turn 4. Here we go. Pace car into the pits. They get on the throttle. The green flag's back in the air. Dallas Pataska still in front of the field, coming off of the 4th turn through the front stretch into lap number 13. Benefiel about 0.2 of a second behind him. Challenger about 0.5 a second off the pace in 3rd. David Krikorian back in 4th. Evan Sorensen now up into the top 5. The contour out of that 2nd turn really challenging some skills here tonight. Guys not able to run the dog leg like the NASCAR series, as the cone pretty much limits them to how far down they can go on the track. As we follow Benefiel through turns 1 here into that 2nd turn. Take a look at the dog leg here, folks. As he comes down under the yellow line right there, the cones. And you can see how these cars fire back up onto the track. A couple incidents there as what brought out the caution early on in the race. And now Benefiel looking to challenge Pataska for the race lead. He's back on his bumper. Challenger now climbing up there. And underneath him he goes. The 82 of Benefiel is going to push the 54 of Pataska up the track. Side-by-side action off of the 4th turn. Oh, it's a battle, and I think, yes, we got a new race leader here in Phoenix. Benefiel has taken over, and here comes Challenger. Oh, wow, One Up Motorsports right around him in Challenger. Rest in pieces, Cones. Took about 5 of them with him that time as he took over 2nd from Pataska. Dallas will fall back to 3rd. Sorensen about a second off the pace in 4th there. We jump back to 7th. Here's a good little battle brewing here. Back there is Holzhausen now. Getting around the 66 of Krikorian. This is your fast qualifier, folks. Holzhausen in the front stretch is going to try to work his way up front. Keep an eye on this guy. He started 9th. He's up 1 position, and he's going to eventually, this thing stays green, you're going to see this guy up closer to the front as the race progresses. Caution flag comes out on lap 18. And I think Ben Nile was involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. And wow, Ben Nile just up into the wall. Paul Fugit is going to have a few headaches in the morning, but let's go back and look at that one again, folks. My goodness. I think he may have had a wolf spider land in his lap there. And we're going to slow the camera down for you here. I don't know if he started to drift a little bit or what exactly it was. But Ben Nile snapped right out of that turn. right up into the wall. Ouch. Catching the 37 car there with him. Tim Bills. Also, we see the 29 machine involved. That is Tarasenko. And then Paul Fugit comes up, nowhere to go, tries to avoid it. And just a big smack right there to the back of Ben Nile. So that will pretty much end the 72's night. Ben Nile, tough break. You got to give credit here to this guy, the 82 of Adam Benefiel. One of the guys brave enough to run that Pontiac scheme there on his car. But make no mistake, this guy's got talent. He's got a victory already this season. Or actually a pair of them, I believe. One back at USA and the Milwaukee Mile. Teammate Christian Challoner back behind him's got some wins as well, and that's why these guys are 1-2. And again, can't stress it enough to keep an eye on the 87 of Derek Holzhausen. He's going to be one of the cars to watch. Fast qualifier. Just needs this race to stay a little more green, as he likes to set up for those long runs. So the lights come off the pace car. We're going to be back green on lap number 23. And again, you're watching the Button Box Shop Super Series here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Thursday night. Teammates Adam Benefiel and Christian Challoner will bring us back to the green. At 82 on the inside, he's got the pace as they make their way through the fourth turn, ready to go back green. Pace car will see the pit road this time by. And it dives off. Here we go. They're going to get on the throttle. Flagman shows the signal. The green flag flies. We're back to the race. Near three wide action into one, and Sorensen's going to go to the high side. Wow. Everybody's fighting for position on these restarts. And there comes Benefiel through the fourth turn. Into lap 24 he goes. How about the battles back here? Some side-by-side action. Evan Sorensen being pushed up the track is going to try to fight back now. Matt Rolfe to the inside. How about that retro paint scheme from Matt Rolfe, all blue. And the side-by-side action continues, but I think Matt Rolfe is going to win that battle. Here on lap 25, Sorensen will go back to 10th. Challoner gets around teammate Adam Benefiel coming off the fourth turn. And now a quarter of this race is complete, folks. 25 laps in the book. Here we are through lap 26. And now, just as the series point stands, Challoner right in front of teammate Adam Benefiel, the 1-2 here in Phoenix. Pataska, who had the first 14 laps, led on the night. Back there in third, trying to hold on to it, Schaefer Jr. trying to come back. Spearman now going to make a move, and here comes Holzhausen. Spearman with a wide run through the turn. That's going to cost him Holzhausen. Now into the top 5 here on lap 27. He started 9th, folks. Fast qualifier on the night. Can he do it? He's got plenty of time to get to the front. Everybody pretty much single filing it out. Wendell Stratton now sees the 5 of Matt Rolfe in his rear view mirror. He's got to hold him off. Rolfe's going to seek to the inside. Stratton right there behind the 66 of Krikorian. Rolfe is going to have a push. That's going to bring Sorensen up to the inside. Just like two boxers in a match, these guys are fighting round after round. And now here comes Rolfe to the inside. A little crossover action for you. Sorensen's trying to stay in front of him. He's protecting the inside here in the first couple turns. And Stratton's going to look to the inside of Krikorian. Wendell Stratton in turn 1 is going to go down underneath him. And Krikorian's going to push, and now Stratton is going to pick up 7th position. Sorensen underneath, he's going to try to follow him. No dice as David Krikorian shuts the door on the 11 of Evan Sorensen. Evan will stay now back in 9th. But is he going to have a chance to get underneath him? Here he comes. Sorensen and Krikorian side by side out of the second turn. And Matt Rolfe watches on right behind. He's going to hook up to the 11 here and see if he can trailer around the 66 of Krikorian. And Sorensen now into 8th position behind Stratton. Matt Rolfe will look to the inside, and now David Krikorian's got to start thinking about getting back into the lower groove. Because behind Rolfe is Derek Robinson. Another battle brewing up front here. Holzhausen to the outside of Schaefer Jr. And Holzhausen, wow, through the front stretch. Overpowers the 6 on the outside. And now looks to get around the 54 of Dallas Pataska. Into 4th and now possibly 3rd. Here he comes. Robinson into 3rd here before lap 35. He's about 2.1 seconds behind Challoner. But he's got plenty of time to run him down. And Schaefer Jr. is now going to get by the 54. Here is your race leader, Christian Challoner, 10 laps led here tonight so far, heading towards lap 36. Teammate Adam Benefield right behind him. And of course up top you can see the total laps led in the stats for your race leader. Previous lap was a 27.95. Take a look at this guy right here. 28.06. He's got to pick up the pace if he wants to catch the race leader, because the gap has just expanded at about 2.3 seconds. And it's about 2.5, so he hit Challoner since the onslaught coming from behind and has now stepped on the throttle just a little bit. But the question you got to ask, and we always got to ask, when a guy is being dominant like these two guys up front, Are they going to burn up tires? Is a guy like Derek Holzhausen back there saving his tires, anticipating a late race caution? These are the strategies you consider when watching this racing, because guys, these two guys up front are racing their cars hard right now. You just got to wonder, how much grip are they burning on those tires? Especially if you're going to have a late race caution, definitely want to have some decent grip out there. Holzhausen now looks holding on to about the 2.5 second gap, right behind the race leader. And some good green flag action, folks, as we follow the 87 of Derek Holzhausen. Little point out, the last caution flag coming out on lap 17. About a good 23 laps, 33, 83 laps. Figure the math out there. Been under green a little bit. And Pataska holding on to that top 5 slot, started in the pole position here tonight after the 9-car invert, and has been pretty solid to hold into the top 5 here in the first 40 laps of this race. Benefiel will pass teammate Christian Challoner for the race lead, and I think Challoner now is considering saving some grip here. Benefiel is going to take over and race it a little hard for a while. Get some laps led in that column. He's got a total of 13 laps led here tonight. Challoner back behind him, 14 laps led. The only other guy to lead here tonight is the 54 of Pataska, led for the first 14 laps of this race. And now Holzhausen has closed in just as a caution comes out on lap 42. Some damage there on the 27 of Dale Owen. Gonna go back and take a look at this replay, folks. So it looks like Dale Owen may be coming into this one. We're following with Matthew Eddy here. And Kyle Souza moving a little bit slow here. And getting word that they had some debris in the third turn, thanks to a hefty fan who decided to throw his hamburger wrapper onto the track. "43 laps completed here in Phoenix this Thursday night for the Button Box Shop Super Series. More racing to come up ahead, folks. Make sure you stay tuned. We will be right back.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is dirt racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, this Thursday night for the Button Box Shop Super Series and the Semi-Auto Racing Association taking place. The Tundra Super Late Models 100 here at Phoenix International Raceway. Last caution flag coming out due to a hamburger wrapper in turn 3. Gotta love it. Mustang iRacing pace car will now extinguish its lights as we're about ready to go back green. Here's a quick look at your top 5, folks. Adam Benefield, Christian Challenger, Derek Holzhausen, Joe Schaefer Jr., Dallas Pataska.
Green flag, green flag.
And while we're watching, we should have sped up our camera a little bit because now we're back under the green. And we might be back under the yellow. There's a big incident out of that first turn. It looks like everybody's going to avoid it safely. Heading towards lap 48, Adam Benefield is your race leader. Holzhausen right behind Joe Schaefer Jr. Heavy smoke pouring in the first turn. Got somebody down low. We'll bring you up to the high cam. As we follow Benefield. And it looks like that 37 of Tim Bills having some damage coming down pit road. And the engine is now gone. Tough night there for Tim Bills. Got him a win back at Southern National Motorsports Park earlier in the season. Just a tough night. Into the front stretch, heading towards the halfway point of the race. The 82 of Adam Benefield, teammate Christian Challenger. Both been up front here for the last 20 laps. 21 of them at least have gone to the 82, 14 to the guy right behind him. Holzhausen gets around teammate Joe Schaefer Jr. and is trying to seek out a chance at the race lead. Some good side-by-side racing back here as Matt Rolfe is going to get up into 9th right around Tyler Brown, and Robinson will go with him. And the 19 of Samuel Roush in the mix as well. Back up front, 23 laps led, soon to be 24 for the 82. As we are now 3 laps complete into the back half of tonight's race here in Phoenix. Holzhausen tried to close the gap, about a second behind him. And now Challenger gonna look to the inside of Benefield. As they work their way through the 4th turn, we could see the change of race lead go back to the 79. Side-by-side action in the front stretch. Benefield's going to hold on to the race lead on the outside. Teammate Challoner will fall back to second, but here comes Holzhausen. Fast qualifier on the night. Started ninth on the grid, in third, chasing down the two One-Up Motorsports drivers, and is now closing the gap here on lap 54. Derek Holzhausen has got the 79 of Christian Challoner in his sights. Challoner's going to look to the inside of Benefield. Through the front stretch into lap 56, 55 complete. And again, side-by-side action is going to slow up the guys up front and bring the 87 of Holzhausen closer and closer, and also providing a chance to get up front. Holzhausen now closing the gap on Challoner. Jumping back real quick, Matt Rolfe is going to go to the inside of Dallas Pataska. Derek Robinson is going to follow with him. Rolfe now into the top five. That is a 5 for 5 right there, folks. Back up front, following Adam Benefield. And Derek Holzhausen, who is trying to find opportunity to get around that 79 car of Christian Challoner. Challoner, again, if you're just tuning in, series points leader is in second. Second in the series points is in first. The Holzhausen, fast qualifier on the night. Holzhausen are currently 11th in the series points here. Schaefer Jr. battling with Samuel Roush here. Fifth was in fifth. Sixth is in sixth. There's two of your pick threes, or two of your pick fours. Some good lottery numbers in the race crowd tonight, folks. Back up front. Here on lap 60. It'll be 40 laps to go at the line. Into the front stretch, lap 62. Matt Rolfe now closing in on Holzhausen. The 87 machine still holding on to third as these laps are winding down. Derek Robinson back in fifth. Everybody who is in the top five has an equal chance to win here tonight. All these drivers are solid, and now here comes Matt Rolfe to the inside of Holzhausen. He's going to take a shot at third. Side by side with the 87, Robinson, like a running back to a fullback, has followed the 5 of Matt Rolfe all the way into the top 5. Rolfe now third. Robinson has got a nose. He's in fourth. The 87 of Holzhausen falls back to fifth, and here comes Samuel Roush. Roush not able to get up into the top 5. He'll hold to the outside in 6th, but Mad Rolf and Derek Robinson together have come up into the top 5, and now we may see a challenger for 2nd as Robinson to the inside. Derek Robinson is going to go to the inside of Challenger. Gets around Rolf, he's in 3rd. Things are heating up here in Phoenix. If the desert didn't tell you it was hot enough, this racing and this race action definitely proves it. And here comes Robinson. Robinson underneath Challenger in 1. Oh, they are moving. Out of 2. Here he comes. Lap 66, and the 69 is in 2nd. Derek Robinson now has a shot at your race leader, who has led a total of 38 laps here tonight. Adam Benefiel is holding on to that race lead, but here comes Robinson. Caution flag comes out on lap 67. Things have just got more dramatic. The 88 of Matthew Eddy moving slow. Let's go back and take a look. We'll go up to the high cam to see if we can capture the action here. See possibly what brought out this caution flag. And some heavy smoke there. Ouch. And Brandon Wilkinson involved in this one. We're going to go back just a little bit more. And following Brandon Wilkinson's going to get loose off of turn 4. He's going to go sideways, and that's what's going to bring out the caution flag. And wow, Jeremy Adams tagging the wall there to avoid contact with Wilkinson. And that will bring out the next caution on the night. There's Adams going down pit road. But how about this, folks? Derek Robinson in front of the field has picked up his first lap lead this Thursday night. Definitely want to strap in and get ready for these final laps coming up, folks, because they are going to be interesting. We'll take a short commercial break. Get up, get you something to drink, something to eat, come back, because you're not going to want to miss this race here this Thursday night, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this Thursday night here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. New race leader Derek Robinson has taken over the lead late in this race. The number 5 of Matt Rolfe in second. Adam Benefiel has fallen back into third after leading a total of 39 laps. And we're closing in on the final quarter of tonight's race for the Tundra Super Late Models 100 here at Phoenix. Just gotten word, things have possibly had some issues there with our Facebook broadcast. Do apologize on that, but here comes Adam Benefiel. Benefiel's going to claim back the race lead here on lap 73. 40 laps now led for the 82 on the night. Teammate Christian Challoner to the inside, and now Robinson falls back to third. Wow. What a battle. Evan Sorensen now into fourth. Matt Rolfe back into fifth. David Krikorian into sixth. Talk about drama late in the race. Matt Rolfe and Derek Robinson worked so hard to get up into that 1-2 spot, and quickly we see Benefiel and Challoner take it back over. A sign that the 69 and 5 cars were definitely set up for the longer runs, so don't count them out just yet. Get about 10-15 laps under green, you may see him back up there. Sorensen, though, about 1.2 seconds behind your race leaders, out there by his lonesome in third position. And Krikorian trying to close the gap on the 11 machine just ahead. Tyler Brown trying to sneak past the 69 of Derek Robinson. And Miller, the 55, back there in sixth. And Holzhausen, your fast qualifier, back in seventh. Continuing to follow the 82 of Adam Benefiel up front. Challoner in second. Evan Sorensen holding on to third. And a gun battle around fifth position as Tyler Brown sees Jason Miller behind him. Miller looks to the inside on the bumper of the 20. Brown holds on. Boy, is Derek Holzhausen to the outside of Miller. Talk about some clean racing, and now to the inside. Holzhausen swings right around the 20 of Tyler Brown. Beautiful inside crossover pass on the 20 of Tyler Brown, and Derek Holzhausen back into the top 5. Tyler Brown not willing to go away quietly. He's going to try to hold with the 87, but Holzhausen's going to put a little bit of a distance between him and Brown. Talk about some distance. Evan Sorensen is about 2.5 seconds behind Adam Benefiel, your race leader. Coming up quickly, though, is the 66. back and forth of David Krikorian and Derek Holzhausen. Into the top 5 will try to make his way around David Krikorian. Following the 87 of Derek Holzhausen. Underneath, he's going to go around David Krikorian, picking up 4th. Going to try to run down the 11 of Evan Sorensen. And again, some of these guys have these longer run setups built into these cars. It'll be 15 laps to go the next time by. Does he have enough time still to get up front? Adam Benefield up front, total of 52 laps led. Inside the final 15 for the Tundra Super Late Models 100 here at Phoenix International Raceway. Teammate Christian Challoner right behind him. And Holzhausen now going to challenge Evan Sorensen for 3rd. Can he get it? And he will. Through turn 4, Derek Robinson, your fast qualifier, now around the 11 of Evan Sorensen, has got about a 3.5 second gap to close in less than 12 laps. Oh, and Krikorian's going to hit the wall. And we're going to follow Jason Miller here. Jason Miller to the inside of Tyler Brown. Joe Schaefer Jr. is going to look to the inside of Jason Miller. Your race leaders are in the back, heading through turn 3. As Adam Benefield looks to pick up 57 laps led, this time by off of turn 4. It's going to be 10 laps to go. Derek Holzhausen has pulled away from Sorensen, but too little, too late. He's about 3.7 seconds behind your race leader. The only thing he can hope for now is a late race caution. Jason Miller looking to the inside of Tyler Brown again. 8 laps remain. Schaefer Jr. Little contact with the wall in the front stretch. Now looks to the inside of the 55. Tyler Brown looking to get around the 66 of Krikorian. These guys are battling hard as these laps are closing in. Look at the racing through the front stretch. They made contact. Little how do you do between Tyler Brown and Jason Miller, and Brown's gonna go around. This could be the caution that Holzhausen needs. Brown and Schaefer Jr. make contact with 7 to go. Oh lordy, oh me, oh my. I tell you what, the drama never stops with the Button Box Shop Super Series, folks. We're gonna see possibly one lap to go. When we get the green, it may be a green-white checker, per se. And that will reel up the field. So the question remains, what is going to happen? Will we get to see one more lap of racing? A one-lap shootout. These two guys up front who have been so dominant here tonight. The 61 of Adam Benefiel, the 79 of Christian Challoner. You add them up together, total of 75 laps of this race between the two of them. Will one of these guys bring home victory, or will it be an upset from your fast qualifier who's back in third? Or even possibly a guy who has battled and struggled here tonight to maintain the top 5, have something left. All I can tell you, folks, is stay tuned. You're going to find out a winner here tonight.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast, often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is going to be so fun. And it's going to be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are going to have a green-white checkered here in Phoenix. The tension is now building in week number 8. Here we go. Pace car will be in. It'll be 2 laps to go. Then we'll see the white flag. Pace car dives for the pits. This time by, here we go. They're going to get on the throttle. Flagman waves it. Green flag in the air. 2 laps to go. Benefiel wasting no time. Holzhausen, Sorensen, Krikorian. Benefiel out to a lead will see the white flag this time by. Can he do it? 65 laps led here at Phoenix. Soon coming to a close. Here he comes. White flag in the air. One more lap to go. Derek Holzhausen may not have enough. Teammate Christian Challenger, is he going to battle his teammate for the win? Here we go, coming to the final turn of the night. Challenger's going to look to the inside, not going to be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here in Phoenix for the Tundra Super Late Models 100, the 82 of Adam Benefiel. What a night here in Phoenix. Little congratulatory bump there from the 55 of Miller. And I tell you what, folks, as the fireworks ring on out of turn number 3, a bittersweet victory here for the 82 of Benefiel, as teammate Christian Challenger just 5 points ahead of him in the series points. Now going to make this quite a battle amongst teammates. What a night and a good burnout there from a very, very happy driver. So we're going to pull up the race summary real quick here as we wait for the drivers to make their way here for some interviews. Here's a look at your race summary out of the 100 laps completed tonight. 5 lead changes, 6 total cautions. But it did not come without a lot of drama. Here's a look at your top 10 in the results. Again, we're going to come back and get a little interview here real quick with Matt Rolfe tonight. Got to talk to you about it. I know normally we would get the sponsors in here, but got you in here real quick tonight. You had a good battle. You got up there around the top 3 here tonight. Seemed like you and Derek Robinson were kind of on the same page, working together, and really moved your way up there. Kind of fell off towards the end. Tell us a little bit about it. And I think he's a little shy for words. So we're going to go to driver who finished 3rd here tonight. Fast qualifier on the night, started 9th with the 9-car invert. Derek, you really had to work your way through this field. It seemed like you had the car that was set up for the long run. As things were progressing, you were getting a lot faster. Had an opportunity to catch all the way up to these guys up front. Late race caution came out, kind of stunned that for you. Tell us a little bit about your night here at Phoenix.
Yeah, she was quick. Like you said, she was very fast on the long run. I didn't know what I was going to do when that late caution came out, if I was going to be able to catch those guys with as fast as they were in the short run. But, it was good. I'm happy overall.
Well, definitely a solid night here. It's going to help your cause finishing 3rd here in Phoenix as we move closer and closer to the end of the season. 11th overall in points. You're staring at a top 10 now heading into week number 9. Is there any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, thanks to you for always broadcasting these so well. I love going back and watching them, and thanks to Matt for always putting these on. I always have a blast.
Congratulations on your podium 3rd place finish here tonight, Derek. We look forward to seeing more action out of you in the coming weeks. All right, folks, we're going to go to a guy who finished 2nd here tonight, your series points leader, the 79 of Christian Challenger. We're going to have to get an interview all the way across the small little pond that connects the United States to the European nation, and big finish here tonight. Kind of battling your teammate there off of turn 4 a little bit. Were you really going to try to take the win from him?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of thought about nudging him, but then I don't like to do that. So I tried to see. I'd been running under that yellow line a couple of times in the race, and it was helping me get sort of a better cut through the middle, and then I could get off the corner better. and I'd seen that when I'd been behind him earlier in the race. I guess that early on in the corner was probably not going to work, but I figured it was the only way I could have a chance at doing it, so I tried.
Well,
It was a really fun race with him though.
Well, the question that looms in many people's minds who watch this, and I get a lot of messages asking about this, Christian. You know, you guys are 1-2 in the series points heading into week number 8. Coming out of week number 9, you're going to be the same. Possibly Benefield may jump you here. 3 races left in this season, battling for the championship, coming down to the line. Are we going to start to see more cooperation or a little bit harder racing between the two of you when talks of a championship win?
I don't know. Maybe if it was with different people, you might see a bit more sort of less cooperation and more sort of closed door stuff. But the way we kind of look at it is that as long as we're winning, with regards to the one-up, as long as we're winning, then we're kind of good with it. I mean, it's a really fun fight. It's turned into something really close with me and him. But I mean, I don't ever want to go down into the turn in a situation where I'm possibly going to wreck him out. Like, I bumped him last week, and I really didn't mean to do that. We don't want to have a scenario where we're taking 2 cars out. So it's going to be fun because I know we got a couple of races. We got a few circuits where I think I'll be pretty good. He's more up against it than I am with the points because I've got a couple of results that could still be used if I have a bad race, whereas he doesn't have any of those. So it could come down to that.
Well, definitely a solid night here tonight. 14 laps led here in Phoenix. Definitely a good night for you and your teammate as well. But do you have any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your runner-up finish?
Just a big thanks to Jason Miller for building the setup as always. Samuel Rash for all the stuff he does for us with regards to getting us to run this league. You guys for the broadcast. Adam for the great race and helping with the set. And our main sponsors of Hersingveld Engineering and iAnalyze. They give us a bunch of support, and we're really glad to have them on board.
Definitely looking at the final 3 races. A lot of action to come in the coming weeks. Christian, congratulations on your runner-up finish here tonight at Phoenix.
Thank you.
All right, folks, for the moment you've been waiting for, a guy who dominated tonight, 67 laps, part of the One Up Motorsports team. Had a little battle there with his teammate at the end, but he held him off. And Adam, we're getting down to the wire here, buddy. You're 5 points behind your teammate coming into week number 8. Have a chance to leap over him possibly with his victory here tonight. Tell us a little bit about how you feel.
Dude, I'm ecstatic. We didn't have qualifying speed. I thought we did, and then we got into the server, and we had decent speed, but I was expecting a little bit more. But I was really pumped about the race pace that we had. Earlier in the week when we tested, in the week, Christian's poking me, so I'm sorry. We were getting free on the long run, so that kind of had me a little concerned, but, the mad scientist Jason K. Miller went in there and did his little magic tricks on it, and he put together a rocket ship for the one-up crew, and I think it pretty much, showed tonight. Me and Christian was able to get out front and get 1-2. We really managed the race real well and worked together on it, and that's just what working as a team does. Neither one of us is really greedy. If we see the other one's faster, we'll let them pull over and let them go, and we're just doing everything that we can to bring a positive result back to the One Up Motorsports camp.
Well, the Pride of Pontiac takes victory here in week number 8. You got 3 weeks left, Adam. What are your thoughts on these final 3 races and your shot at the chance to picking up a championship here in the Button Box Shop Super Series?
Well, I'm motivated to make a race because I'll tell you, Oxford Plains, this is the first time I got to talk to you since Oxford Plains. And, man, you made it very clear I did not make the show that night. So that got me fired up. So I'm going to make all the races from here on out. I'm not going to have another error like I had at Oxford Plains. But, we're just going to go. We're going to go for the championship. Whatever happens, happens. It's like I told Christian, dude, as long as one of us wins it, I'm good with it. I listened to what he said a little bit in the interview. The last thing we want to do is take 2, our two cars we got running in the championship, last thing we want to do is take them out. And, he drove straight through me, at Myrtle Beach. He can say he bumped me. He just drove straight through the rear end of the car. And, so, but was able good. We'll still bring home third and fourth. But as long as we keep bringing home finishes like that and stay consistent like we've been all season, either the 79 or the 82 will bring home the championship, and that's what we're here for.
Well, one up victory sees another victory here in this season. Week number 9 up next week, but congratulations, Adam. You're going to have to take this momentum with you to Iowa and following Irwindale and finally Lanier on the 17th of August. But any additional thanks or shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Yeah, just, well, first off, a couple of sponsors I got, Roll Speed Dynamics, appreciate them, and Cody Thompson. He is the man behind the GTO. He is the mad painter. So he's always got us looking good. I'm looking forward to what we're gonna bring for that throwback scheme. It's something pretty special to my heart, and it's gonna be cool for what he's got in the works for us there for that race. And all my guys at One Up, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now, and we're staying together not like a group of friends, and really, we're staying together like a family, and that's pretty cool when you can get that group of guys to be that close and want to work and strive to win and push each other to win. So I'm very thankful to be a part of a great team like that. And, hey, man, you for letting everybody know that I missed the show at Oxford Plains.
It's not going to let me live that one down, but congratulations, Adam, on finding that momentum to get back to victory lane. And congratulations here tonight at Phoenix. We definitely look forward to seeing you in these final 3 weeks in your hunt for a championship here in the Button Buckshop Super Series.
Appreciate it, bud.
Well, there you have it, folks. There's your interviews for the night. Let's get a look at your top rundown here at the field. Adam Benefield, Christian Challoner, your 2 1-up motorsports guys. We'll see 1 and 2 here tonight. Holzhausen, your fast qualifier, finishes third. Evan Sorensen, Jason Miller, the Mad Mechanic, finishes back in 5th position. Tyler Brown, Joe Schaefer Jr., Dallas Pataska, who started in the pole, will pick up 8th. Wendell Stratton, Dale Owen, rounding out your top 10 as we look on back. Matthew Eddy, Samuel Roush, Matt Rolfe, Ty Spearman, David Krikorian, Derek Robinson, Adam Maddox, Jeremy Adams, Darrell Hamlin, Brandon Wilkinson through 20. And your field tonight here at Phoenix, Davey Rindu, Kyle Souza, Tim Bills, Devin Rogers, Cody Kelly, Jason Tarasenko, Paul Fugit, Ben Nile, Jonathan Malwini, and Russell Barry, your 30-car field here at Phoenix International for the Tundra Super Late Models 100. Again, folks, can't do it without the sponsors. Got to give them a quick shout-out. The Button Box Shop, the series sponsor, HeightsPride.com, Dean Satellite Security, The Car Show, Area 52 Designs, Callaway Investments, Lions International 100, tonight's sponsor, Tundra Super Late Models, and JVM Racing. However you got us tonight, whether it was out there on Facebook, YouTube, or even Twitch TV. Folks, we do thank you for your viewership here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. We'll be back in action next Thursday night for the Lions Club International 100 at Iowa Speedway. Definitely want to tune in for that. And always, folks, tell you, check out that post that we posted out there. Got a GoFundMe page for them set up. Paul Fugit doing a great thing, trying to get some good things, vision exams for the less fortunate out there. Check them out, folks. Check out the GoFundMe page. Make your donation. And we'll talk more about that coming up next Thursday. It's that time of the season, as always, folks. Race season is underway. Get out to your local short track. Support your local short track. Get out there and see some great racing. But that is going to do it for us here this Thursday night. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dustin Caldwell on behalf of SARA and the Button Box Shop Super Series saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday night. Good night, everybody.